You have just been selected for an interview. That is brilliant, right? Oh no, I have to interview. What do I do? The panic sets in. Your brain goes all cloudy with fear. It'll be fine. I'll just turn up and give it my best shot. This is possibly the worst start you could have. Going into an interview blind is going to stick you in a whole mess of problems. Hi, I'm Aaron, and let's talk careers. One of the most important parts of any interview is the preparation leading up to the interview. If you don't prepare properly, your brain could get all foggy. You could get really nervous in the actual interview, and you'll be ill prepared for any questions that they ask you. This will lead to you answering the questions they ask you terribly. You'll have no questions to ask them at the end of the interview, which will leave a negative impression of yourself. Let's look at some of the ways we can combat this. The last one is brilliant, so stick around to the end of the video to see. Remember, every like on this video gets it out to more people to help them with their careers. Smash that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well so you don't miss out on future content. The first thing that you should be ensuring is that you know your CV or resume inside and out. If you sent across a CV that you don't normally use, reread it over and over again to commit it to memory. During the interview, there is a good chance that all the interviewers will have a copy of your CV or resume with them, with notes on it. They can ask follow-up questions based on the content of your CV or resume, so you need to be able to justify everything in there. It is actually worth trying to predict what questions they could ask you based on your CV or resume. Rereading it gives you a great idea of some of the questions that they could ask you so you can prepare for them ahead of time. The other document that you should know inside and out is the job description. If you know the job description, you know the ideal person they are looking for, so you can tailor your answers to the ideal candidate that they are looking for. I mean, they are literally telling you in that job description the ideal candidate they are looking for. Read the job description so you can be that person. If you don't know that job description inside and out, it could lead you to asking questions that you should already know the answers to. This will put the interviewer in a really negative mindset about you because they'll think you haven't prepared for the interview properly. Remember, knowing is half the battle. I can't tell you how important it is to research the company you're going to go interview for. I mean, you're committing the next few years of your life to working for this company, so you should know as much about them as they know about you. Being in the modern age of the internet, we have so much information available to us at the click of a button. You should know the basic information on a company, such as what they actually do, their financial position, where the company's head office is located, if you're going to be interviewing at the head office or an external site. Just knowing some of this basic information turns an interview into a two-way conversation between you and them, rather than them barraging you with questions and you just giving answers. It's really easy to find out information on the company using the internet. If you want to find out the financial position of the company, have a look at their last few years' tax returns. If you want to find out about their public image, have a look at some review sites. Or read some news articles to find out what that company is actively doing right now. The information is all out there, so just go out and access it. Before we get into the last couple of tips, I want everyone here to hit that subscribe button to help grow the channel. Also, check out Let's Talk Careers, where we have specific packages built around interview preparation. Having just a 45-minute session with one of our career guides can turn an interview that could go horribly wrong, where your brain gets all cloudy and you can't remember the answers to basic questions, into one where you shine as the ideal candidate. Check out letstalkcareers.co.uk for more information. There are loads that you can do to prepare for an interview ahead of time. One of these is preparing questions ahead of time before you step through that interview door. No interviewer ever wants to hear the famous line of, "Well, you've answered all of my questions during the interview." It just comes across as you being ill prepared for the interview and being uninterested in the company and the position you're applying for. This may seem like a lot, but prepare 10 different questions to ask the interviewers at the end of the interview. Obviously, you're not going to ask them all, but they could answer some of the questions that you've prepared throughout the interview, and you don't want to look ill prepared. To help you remember these, break them down into smaller categories. These could be around training opportunities, the team you're going to be working with, the larger hierarchy of the company, whether you're going to be working at any external sites, whether you're going to be working with any external companies, and the list just goes on and on. There are so many questions you can ask to try and make it as easy as possible to remember them. Having these prepared questions shows the interviewer that you want to know more about the company that you're applying for and the job that you're going to be doing. Realistically, you're going to be using about 3 or 4 of these questions. Let me know down in the comments what your main questions are in an interview. Our biggest preparation tip for any interview is about preparing examples to use in questions. Answering a question is never enough. The interviewer expects you to rely on your experience to tell them how you have actually tackled situations in the past. When answering the questions that they ask, it's really important that you speak from experience. Using actual examples from your past shows that you're speaking from experience and haven't just read the answers in a book. It's important to prepare these examples ahead of time so they're properly structured and actually make sense when you're answering the question. When doing your preparation, it's important to prepare examples that cover a whole range of different topics. Let's say I have an example prepared of when I've used my managerial skills to increase sales within the department by 10% by pushing great customer service skills. I could use this example when I'm answering a question about leadership, about when I've increased sales, or when I've gone above and beyond in my current position. Let's say you prepare 5 different examples ahead of time that cover a whole range of different topics. It shows that you are speaking from experience within your entire interview and will make you stand out from everyone else. If you need help on preparing examples and how to structure them, check out our free information packs at letstalkcareers.co.uk. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video on alternate career paths that you could take. You do not want to miss it. See you next time.